Could that economic impact get worse?
Well, look, all I'll say is this. It's a shutdown issue. It's a temporary issue, okay? And whatever we may lose in the first quarter, by the way, the first quarter is always a problem because of bad seasonals. But putting that aside, I acknowledge that we will lose some in the accounting of gross domestic product, okay? I do not acknowledge that the fundamental economy will be adversely affected at all. This is temporary stuff, and when the shutdown comes to an end and the negotiations are satisfactorily completed for the administration and others, we will get it all back. My own view, some may disagree, but I'm strong on this, we will see a snapback right away. We've been through this before. I acknowledge it's longer than it's been sometimes in the past. I lived through a bunch of these during the Reagan years. Also happened in the 90s. There'll be virtually an immediate snapback. That is my judgment, Morgan.
Larry, whatever the cause of the change in tone was, is the president pleased to see the Fed softening up its stance and its rhetoric towards rate hikes in the year ahead?
Well, I think there's a coming together here where the latest Fed statements regarding patience, I like that word, patience. I don't want to have to define it too closely. The Fed is an independent agency. We're not trying to break any walls down. The president had his point of view. A lot of people, myself included, think the president's point of view was absolutely correct. What you've got here, again, from low tax rates and a big regulatory rollback, you've got a supply-side growth going on in the economy. We are producing more goods and services, factories and manufacturing and so forth. That is not inflationary. More people working is not inflationary. Producing more business investment and increasing our nation's capital stock at probably the best rates in 20 years couldn't possibly be inflationary. So therefore, the president's point of view that there is no inflation, what we have is very strong growth, I think is correct. That's just my personal opinion. Now, again, the Fed is independent. I understand that. Nobody's breaking the walls down. That's never been the purpose. But it sounds to me like the Federal Reserve has come around more closely to that view. And I want to commend in particular not only Fed Chairman Jay Powell, but also Fed Vice Chairman Richard Clarida. Mr. Clarida has given some illuminating speeches on this subject. More people working, more factories being built, better trade deals to protect Americans, such as the USMCA. That is not inflationary. And actually, the data points show the inflation rate, if anything, is coming down lower in the last, 4, 6, 7 quarters. So the Fed is the Fed. We'll see where they go. I like the word patience.